everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to my subscribers. As always, thank you so much for your support. So today we have a super simple project. We are going to use one digital to create two notepads. So it's a 2-for-1 deal. So the first notepad is very simple, a very simple junk journal insert, and it just flips open this way, and then you have a notepad that you can write on to do some journaling. The next one, I'll just take the bow off of this. Very simple notepad as well. Opens up, you've got a notepad, and this one has two pockets. Okay, so very simple. How did I do it? Let's get started. So I have a digital that I've already done some pre-work to keep the video moving along. So the original digital, before I cut things up, it was 10.5 by 8 inches. So my first cut was at 3.5. Okay, and then I took what was left over and I cut it again. So I cut off another 1/2 inch. Okay, and then on this same one here, I cut off at the end 1.5 inches. Okay, so for now, I'm going to set this one aside and we will work with this piece, the one that was the initial cut at 10.5 and 3.5. Okay, so I did 2 scores, and the first one was at 1.5 and the second one was at 6.5. Okay, so we're creating 2 notepads from one digital. So let me give you the measurements for the pad, for the paper pad. So this is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, and I've already done some distressing. I cut up 4 sheets and I have stapled them. Okay. So now what I want to do is, remember that tiny little strip of paper? So we want to cover up the paper that we've stapled together, right? The 4 sheets that have been stapled together. So I'm going to use that here. So let me add a little glue. And I want to also make sure that I do a little bit of distressing on this. So the ink that I am using today for everything, this is the Vintage Photo. So let me get things distressed a little bit on the edge there. Okay, that should be long enough. And I want to glue this right along here. Okay, so I am going to add my glue. And I'm doing this really fast because it's just a quick demonstration, right? So I'm going to try to get everything aligned, and then I will use the paper edge as my guide for cutting. Okay, and then I want to get the distressed on the end there, and in case I didn't get enough glue down, I want to get some there on the edge. Okay, so I'm going to set all of this aside. And now I want to get my notepad here. So I'm positioning it so that it is next to the bigger flap. Okay, so I want to get this in the center, left and right, and get it slightly below where the score line is. So I'm going to glue things down approximately there. And let me just pick this up. Okay, and now I need a closure. So what I did was I took 4 1-inch circles, glued them on top of each other, and then I did a 1-inch circle from an old book page. And then the next thing I did was I poked a hole in it, put a brad in it, and then I put another sheet, another 1-inch circle to cover up the brad. Okay, because I instead of leaving it plain, I thought that it gave the closure a little bit more character to put a brad on there. So let's see. So I'm going to close this. I'm going to glue this down halfway. Okay, so I'm not going to put glue on the full circle. I'm going to put it slightly below the halfway mark. And as you can see, I distressed the circle. Okay. And I'm going to try to get that in the center as best as I can. And we will let that dry, okay? And when it gets dried, you'll have something that flips up like this, and this will pull down so you can write in your notepad. So while that is drying, I want to get some labels and things on here. So let me do that, and then I'll be right back, and then we'll start the other notepad. Okay, so I'm keeping things really simple today, and I'm not over embellishing things. Now we have this next piece here, and this was the piece, let me give you the measurements for this. So this piece was 10.5 by 4 inches, and then I cut, remember I cut 1.5 inches off here, and then I scored at 3.5, and I scored again at 7. Okay, so let me set things aside. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to make another notepad, but we're going to make pockets with this one. So where we scored at the 7.5 inch mark, we are going to just fold that over, and we are going to glue 2 sides. Okay, so I'm going to glue here, and I'm going to glue right here. Okay, and you certainly can notch things out if you like, and obviously you would do your notching out before you glue anything down. So I'm going to put my second pocket here, and this time I am going to do a notch. And then let me add on the distress ink back, and I'm going to glue, this time I'm going to glue down 3 sides. This side, this side, and this side. Okay, so we have our 2 pockets there now. Then I have some more sheets that I've already done some pre-work too. And this time I'll get these glued down. I'll give you the measurements. So I'm just showing you that there's more than one way to put your pad together. And this one is 4 sheets. And I'm just gonna put a bead of glue at the top of each sheet. Okay, and let me give you those measurements for this one. The measurements are 3 1/4 by 3 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Okay, so I want this side to show. So let me get some distressed ink on that. So I think that should be enough. And okay, so let me get a little bit of glue on that. Okay, so I am going to glue this here, and I'm going to try to get that in the center, left and right, top and bottom. So somewhere around there is where I'm going to get things glued down. Okay. And that is good enough for me. So I want to get some cards into this, and then I want to get some labels on here and work on a closure. Okay, so let me do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I've kept it simple and added some labels in here, and I've added some cards, and I'm just going to do a simple string closure on this. So I have some twine, and let's see how big this is. Times 2, so it's about 30 inches, 30 and a half inches. So I'm going to pull this through. I'm just going to pull, I think, just one string through. And okay, and then I will make a little bow. So I'm gonna cut some of this off because I really didn't need that much. And then I'll bring the other one over. So I did put a little label there on the inside, and you can put pictures, you can put whatever you like here at the top. And then let's get this closed. So the glue should be dry by now so nothing gets caught. Okay, and that's it. Pretty simple. This is our 2-for-1 for today, and quick and easy, beginner friendly. Hope you liked it. Thank you for joining me today. Take care, everybody. Okay, everyone, if you like this video, please share, please hit the like button, and please subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.